If working hard made people rich, most people wouldn't be broke. But look around. Millions wake up early, work all day, come home exhausted, and still, nothing changes. Bills grow, dreams shrink, hope gets delayed. Again, poverty isn't a number in your bank account. Poverty is a gravitational force. It pulls you down, it slows your thinking, it drains your energy. And the harder you struggle, the heavier it feels. You're not lazy, you're not stupid, you're not broken, you're trapped. Trapped inside a closed loop. A system designed to keep you running without ever moving forward. Work harder, stress more, spend to feel better, repeat. And once poverty grabs you, it doesn't let go easily. Because this isn't about money, it's about physics. And unless you reach escape velocity, you stay stuck in orbit forever. In this video, you'll finally see the invisible forces keeping you poor. And more importantly, how to break free. And once poverty grabs you, it doesn't let go easily. Because this isn't about money, it's about physics. And unless you reach escape velocity, you stay stuck in orbit forever. In this video, you'll finally see the invisible forces keeping you poor. And more importantly, how to break free. You wake up tired, not because you didn't sleep, but because rest doesn't fix pressure. The alarm goes off, and before your feet touch the floor, your mind is already calculating bills, rent, food, fuel, payments. Every decision is filtered through money, not what you want, but what you can afford. That's the illusion. People think money is the problem. It's not. Money is the symptom. The disease is deeper. You don't feel poor when your wallet is empty. You feel poor when your choices are limited, when you can't say no, when you can't slow down. One bad month can destroy everything. Over time, dreams start shrinking. You stop thinking in years. You start thinking in weeks. Those days, survival replaces vision. And the worst part, from the outside, it looks like a motivation problem. People say, work harder, stay positive, just hustle. But effort was never the issue. Most people don't lack motivation. They lack leverage. They push with everything they have against a system that doesn't move. And the more they push, the more tired they become. That's not failure. That's physics. Poverty doesn't behave like a problem. It behaves like gravity. Gravity doesn't care how badly you want to rise. It only responds to force. Most people apply effort, but effort alone is linear. They work one more hour, they earn one more dollar, they get one more bill. Zero lift. The system is heavier than they are, so they try harder. Longer days, less sleep, more stress. But here's the brutal truth. Pushing harder inside the same system doesn't move you forward. It just drains you faster. That's why hard work feels pointless. Not because it is useless, but because it's misdirected. Imagine running on a treadmill. You sweat, your heart races, your legs burn, but the scenery never changes. That's poverty physics. Linear force cannot defeat exponential pull. As long as your income depends only on time, as long as your decisions are controlled by urgency, as long as survival comes first, you stay trapped in orbit. And orbit feels like progress, because you're moving, but you're never escaping. To break gravity, you don't need motivation. You need escape velocity, a different kind of force, applied in a different direction. And once you understand that, everything starts to make sense. There are 5 loops that play a vital role in escaping poverty forever. Understanding them is the key to breaking free and building lasting financial freedom. The 5 loops of poverty. First is the scarcity tax. Constant. Financial stress physically and mentally drains your brain, lowering decision-making and IQ. Second is the dopamine trap. Spending money to relieve stress creates a cycle of temporary comfort that keeps you trapped. Third is the linear income trap. Why trading time for money hits a ceiling, and how skill stacking creates leverage to escape. Fourth is social gravity. How your friends, family, and social circle can pull you back into mediocrity, like crabs in a bucket. Fifth is the compound void. How ignoring past mistakes, debt, and missed opportunities compounds over time, silently keeping you poor. The first chain is invisible, but it's the heaviest one. It's called the scarcity tax. When money is tight, your brain goes into survival mode. Not metaphorically, biologically. Stress hormones flood your system. Your mind narrows. Your thinking shortens. You stop planning long-term because your brain is busy putting out fires. What bill comes first? What can be delayed? What risk can't be taken? Every decision costs more energy. And here's the part no one tells you. Scarcity lowers intelligence. Not permanently, but measurably. When your mind is under constant financial pressure, your cognitive bandwidth shrinks. You make worse decisions. Not because you're careless, but because you're overloaded. It's like trying to run high-performance software on a damaged processor. You forget things. You react emotionally. You choose short-term relief over long-term gain. That's not weakness. That's the scarcity tax being collected. And it's expensive. Because the longer you stay under pressure, the harder it becomes to think your way out. This is why advice doesn't work. This is why motivation fades. This is why smart people stay stuck. Poverty doesn't just take your money, it taxes your mind. The second loop doesn't look like poverty. It looks like relief. After a long day of pressure, your brain wants one thing: escape. So you spend. Not because you're careless, not because you're stupid, but because pain demands relief. A small purchase, fast food, scrolling, entertainment, something, anything to feel better for a moment. That moment feels good. Dopamine hits, stress fades, your body relaxes, but the relief doesn't last. And when it's gone, the pressure comes back stronger. So you repeat it. Spend to feel better. Feel worse later. Spend again. That's the dopamine trap. Most people think they have a money problem. What they really have is an emotional regulation problem. Money becomes medication. And like all medication used the wrong way, the dose keeps increasing. More spending, more distraction, more noise, less clarity, less discipline, less future. This is why advice like, just save more, fails. You're not fighting math, you're fighting chemistry. And the brain always chooses short-term relief over long-term freedom, unless you interrupt the loop. That interruption has a name. Silence, discomfort, control. Some call it discipline. Others call it monk mode. But really, it's detox. Because until your brain stops chasing relief, it will never build escape. The third chain is the one most people don't see coming. It's called the linear income trap. Time equals money. That's what you've been told. And it's true, but deadly. Because time is limited. You only have 24 hours, and every hour you trade caps your earning potential. Work harder. Add another shift. Get a promotion. It helps, a little. But it never breaks the loop. Why? Because linear effort always hits a ceiling. The harder you push, the smaller the gain. Meanwhile, the system keeps spinning, Expenses rise, competition grows, opportunities shrink. Most people are trapped. They sell their time and forget about leverage. But there is a way out. Skill stacking. Instead of trading hours, you trade abilities. Combine skills others can't replace. Become irreplaceable. Command higher value. Without more time. Linear effort is a hamster wheel. Skill stacking is a rocket engine. One multiplies work, the other multiplies freedom. You're not poor because you lack effort. You're poor because you lack leverage, and leverage always beats hustle. The fourth chain is invisible, but powerful. It's called social gravity. Your environment decides more than you think. Friends, family, colleagues, even the voices you listen to. If the people around you are trapped, you will be too. It's not malicious, it's physics. Like crabs in a bucket, they pull each other down without realizing it. Your ambition scares them. Your drive annoys them. Your vision makes them uncomfortable. And sooner or later, their gravity pulls you back into mediocrity, back into comfort, back into the familiar cage. Most people ignore it. They think success is a solo journey. It's not. The tribe you choose determines the orbit you stay in. If you want freedom, you must find a new tribe. People who pull you up, who inspire growth, who celebrate ambition. Social gravity is stronger than willpower, stronger than motivation. It's invisible until you fight it. And fighting it is the first step to escape. The fifth chain is the one most people never see coming. It's called the compound void. Most people think compounding is for investing, but it works in reverse too. Debt compounds. Mistakes compound. Missed opportunities compound. Every unpaid bill, every late payment, every small choice you ignore grows quietly. And when you finally look up, the past has interest, and it's heavier than you imagined. Most people live in reaction. They pay interest on the past instead of earning interest on the future. That's the void, an invisible hole where money, time, and energy disappear. The scary truth? You can work harder, spend smarter, even save. But if you don't understand compounding, you're still trapped. Escape isn't about fighting the present. It's about redirecting force towards the future. The compound void teaches one thing. Your freedom is always measured by the systems you create today, not the hours you grind. If you've felt the weight of all 5 chains, there's one truth you need to hear. You don't escape poverty by force. You escape by design. Escape velocity isn't magic. It's a system, a way of thinking, a way of acting. Step 1. Reduce mental load. Clear the clutter. Stop trying to fix everything at once. Focus on the decisions that move the needle. Step 2. Build skill leverage. Stack abilities that others can't replace. Create value that doesn't depend on your hours. Make your mind and talent work for you, not just your time. Step 3. Create compounding systems. Invest in assets, not liabilities. Earn interest on the future. Stop paying interest on the past. This is your engine, your escape mechanism. Applied consistently, over time, it generates freedom. Freedom to think. Freedom to act. Freedom to live. You don't need luck. You don't need a miracle. You need alignment. And once you understand this, you'll realize something profound. Poverty wasn't holding you down. The system was, and now you know how to break free. Now that you see the chains, it's time to reframe success. This isn't about flashy wins. It's not about instant wealth. It's about long-term alignment. Think like the greatest investors. Simple systems. Patient decisions. Avoid stupid mistakes. Compound consistently. Focus on what matters most. Ignore noise. Ignore shortcuts. Ignore the pressure to prove anything. Slow, steady progress beats frantic effort. Clarity beats chaos. Systems beat hustle. The path to freedom isn't glamorous. It's intentional. It's deliberate. It's consistent. If you follow this, decades from now, you won't look back and wonder why you stayed stuck. You'll look back and see freedom, growth, and control. Now it's your turn. Take what you've learned. Apply it. Start building your engine. This knowledge is powerful because it's practical. It's real. It's designed to give you leverage, freedom, and control over your life. Team Growmest is here to guide you, to give you the clarity most people never get. If this video helped you, comment "Escape" below, like it, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe to stay on the path to freedom. Remember, poverty isn't a number, it's a system. And now, you know how to break it. Start today, with full confidence. You will be the next winner.